Welcome to the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Ryerson, and here's the seafood news for the week of September 23rd, 2019.
This week's 3-Minute Market Insight is brought to you by Tradex Live, the world's seafood marketplace. Go to live.tradexfoods.com to find your seafood offers today.
In this week's episode, we give you part 2 of our Brexit series, investigating the impacts of Brexit on imports of seafood from China into the UK. As the October 31st deadline nears for Brexit, it really is anyone's guess if the UK will exit the EU with a no deal. Other possible outcomes are to reach a new deal, blocking a no deal, and there is even a legal option of cancelling Brexit altogether. So how will Brexit affect the import of seafood from China into the UK? From the trade procedure angle, there should not be any significant change because import procedures for Chinese goods will not be affected by the UK's withdrawal from the EU. The main change will be the removal of import duty on Chinese seafood. If the imports are taxed according to the temporary UK tariff schedule announced in April 2019, duties on most fish, including cod, haddock, and salmon, will be zero. However, it is worth keeping an eye on this temporary tariff schedule in case the tariffs are adjusted. Another change has to do with pre-notifying the border inspection post. This will no longer be done through traces, but via a new system called IPAFS, Import of Products, Animal, Food, and Feed System. The advice from the UK government and Sea Fish is that you register now to use it if you haven't already done so. Now, on to the second part of this episode. Has Brexit affected imports of seafood from China over the years? Comparing trade data from 2017 and 18, we can see only a marginal difference in volume, with 2017 at 51.3 million kilograms and 2018 at 47.9 million kilograms of imported seafood from China. Looking at provisional data from January to July 2019 versus the same time in 2018, we are not seeing much difference in volume imported, but there seems to be a noticeable contrast in dollar values on imports. As tariffs have not changed between 2018 and 19, we don't believe tariffs is a factor. However, when reviewing the strength of the pound sterling to the US dollar, we can see that the GBP has dropped from an average of 1.38 in January 2018 to 1.25 in July 2019. Although we cannot predict the import volume for the remainder of 2019, something to note is that temporary post-Brexit tariff is lower than the current tariff, so this might discourage importers from overbuying. However, it does not seem like the imports of seafood from China are slowing down, as we know Chinese processors are actively trying to switch sales from the US to the EU, including the UK. How much seafood the EU can actually take on, we will investigate for another episode. Lastly, we have provided links to the temporary UK tariff schedule and the import of products, animals, foods, and feed systems below. Subscribe to our 3-Minute Market Insight to keep tuned in as we continue to follow the report on Brexit. Since 2010, new episodes go live every Monday morning at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Ryerson. Buy smart and eat more seafood.